Alright, I don't know how long this is going to take, but I am here for it. This is the level 70 and final Summoner storyline quest, and Art for the Living, given to us by Mitra at Apkalu Falls, Old Gridania. Here we go. I've learned all there is to be learned from the research facility. The time has come to make our move. From what my sister and her colleagues have told me, the laboratories are housed in an extremely dangerous quadrant of Azys Law. We'll not want to wander around inviting trouble, but rather plot the swiftest and safest route to our destination. There should be a terminal somewhere that will allow us to pinpoint the section where Sari's research is being stored. Once we arrive on Azys Law, finding such a terminal will be our highest priority. I've informed Captain Wolf of our forthcoming expedition. He insisted that he and his summoner squad provide us with support. Let us make ready and meet them at Helix. I don't know what Helix is. I've probably been there, but I don't remember. Oh, okay, it's just a town. Ooh. How does it only cost $345 to teleport there? Is it just because it's so... Nope, I have no explanation for it. It would be cool if they made it so that... Oh. I'm supposed to train my squadron. Why do I have a text message? I didn't notice any of the messages that apparently buzzed on my lap. That was weird. Alright. So Azys Law is a ton of like floating, you know, it's not all floating like this. You have some land, you have some rocks, you have some masses of like actual land here, but you also have a bunch of these just technologically floating, not cities is close actually to a pretty good word for it, but yeah, a lot of technology here. Yeah, this is the timer I had going, my squadron stuff. I need to do 2 more trainings before I can send them on their mission, and they're an hour long, so I'll have to remember to do that right after this. Here's a Mitra to continue. Azys Law is even more fantastical than I'd imagined, but we mustn't let ourselves be distracted by the scenery. We should fan out and search for a control panel of some description. And we can use that to plan the simplest route to our objective, yes? Says Dancing Wolf. She nods to him. Aye, and Jaja says, Aye, then we plunge ahead, swift and sure, and bring an end to this bastard clone. That is my intention. 'Tis important to note, however, that we have yet to determine if our enemy is truly a clone or not. Even an artificial copy would appear as a living, breathing being. The man we fought on Seal Rock seemed almost otherworldly. I'm inclined to agree with you, Emitra, but no matter what he is, we need to slay him to lift Prince Seal. The job remains the same. We need to slay him to slay him. True enough, then we should first focus on finding that terminal. Mercy, if you would, pray search around the base of the Warring Triad statues. Keep your guard up. If Sari knows we're coming, he may have prepared a welcome. Everybody disappears. Okay, we are flying to the middle of the zone. Where, like, this is definitely a big ship. And I think I have to fly up top, and that's pretty annoying, but it is what it is. So yeah, a big mechanical ship. It has tethers to a lot of the floating islands, and the islands are either floating kind of on their own, as is just how things work, or some are being held aloft by actual technology, like these kind of cone-shaped things underneath that are, in theory, helping them stay aloft in the sky. Stay aloft in the sky. I can fly twice as high. And this is actually where the containment, what's this one called? Etherochemical Research Facility dungeon. Yeah. This is not the terminal I'm looking for, I guess. Let's go over here then. Up and over. Oopsie daisy. Up and over. Oh, here we go. And there will be a fight here. Do I have Pegasus out? Yeah, I do. Let's go. I'm not worried then. We'll just do AoE stuff. Nothing special. I am not capped. So with my level 74 HQ gear, these level 70 guys don't really stand a chance. Get him, Pegasus. Oh, why are you healing me? Just kill. Yeah, good pack. Good packer. No, don't do that. Here's the facility terminal to continue the quest. We have a cutscene. I predicted you would be the first to find me. A lesser summoner would have been slain. Says sorry as I'm accessing the panel. Then my crew runs up to join me. Mercy, says Mitra. Sorry's clone, it's here, says Denise. Clone? Ah, you seek to explain my existence. An understandable theory, but I am far more than one of those clumsy creations. You had best abandon this flawed perception, lest it lead you down the path to failure. I shall await you inside, Potential. You will pass my test, your true final challenge, or you will die never knowing what I truly am. I scowl. He warps away. Just like this, kind of like this collapsing energy on him, and then a white blink, you know. Thaw's teeth, he's gone again, says Dancing Wolf. Cutscene, continues. Did you see that, Mercy? The way he vanished? 'Tis akin to the dismissal of a summoned entity. So you're saying he's some sort of edgy? One what's wearing Sari's face? But how can he look so solid and, well, alive? With the aid of a computational machine, it would be theoretically possible to reconstruct ether into a near-perfect replica of Sari's corporeal form, says Prin. Everybody turns to him. He was summoned using a machine, says Crispin. Correct. Master Sari's research developed mechanical substitutes for grimoires. In fact, the lieutenant is standing right in front of one. The terminal I was accessing has a few like floating holographic screens, and like an actual physical terminal to make commands and whatnot. This thing, eh? It looks a bit like them tomoliths on Seal Rock, only they was much bigger. Gods, can the bugger pop up anywhere there's one of these devices? Amitra nods. I think we can now safely assume that this Sari is the product of enhanced summoning magic. But our answer leaves us with yet another question. If Sari is the edgy, then who is the summoner? Even if the grimoire is replaced by a machine, there must still exist the one who commands it. We've got to find the master then. If we don't squash the summoner, the bastard will just bring the Sari edgy back again and again and again. Whomever the bastard may be, he or she must be concealed somewhere nearby. An entity will always be summoned within a certain distance of the summoner. Even machine-enhanced techniques cannot circumvent this basic principle. That our antagonist chose not to make an appearance on Seal Rock suggests a reluctance to expose oneself to direct harm. In this location, however, with so many computational devices near at hand, I expect the foe's art will be significantly bolstered. So the edgy will be even stronger than last time. All the more reason to take down this summoner quickly before we're swamped by ethereal horrors. Well, I've brought a little device that should help. An etherometer I borrowed from my sister, Stola. Oh, Ishtola? Is that your sister, Stola? That's cool. If I can detect the right currents, it should lead us straight to our hidden enemy. Excellent, Amitra. That may make all the difference. Right, let's be about this then. Summoner Squad, take the van and clear the way forward. He salutes them. They cheer and/or salute back. Aye, we've been waiting for the chance to prove ourselves. You just focus on finding the summoner, and we'll sweep aside the dregs. Alright. I got a few different scenes I could choose for the thumbnail. We'll see. I don't know yet. But we talked to Dancing Wolf to continue. There is an event glow about him, so probably 70 capped. In fact, most definitely 70 capped. Ready for round 2, Mercy. The terminal has provided us with a direct route to the research storage chamber. We're going to rip through this facility and take Sari's clone apart. It is an ethereal entity, Captain Wolf, not a clone, and I must point out that your true objective is the summoner, rather than the servant, says Principia. Right, I knew that. As we planned then, Summoner Squad front and center, carve Mercy a path through. Aye, Captain. Mitra, you're in charge of finding whoever's pulling this imposter sorry strings. Let's go. Yep, 70 cap. Let's go. Let's do this. I'm scared. Ain't done this one. Cutscene as we're running down a pathway into probably the interior of some ship or storage. The sorry Edgy floats down from above. Wonderful. You've done well to make it this far. The summoner has to be around here somewhere. Amitra, use your gadget. I'll buy you some time, says Dancing Wolf. She nods. Whips out her aetherometer. We came here to remove the seal you put on Principia. Do as we ask, and this can all end peacefully. He thinks, I'm sorry, Captain. I'm afraid I can't do that. To do so would run contrary to the purpose for which I was created. Surely by now you have come to realize my true nature. You are an Edgy in the form of my creator, an existence made possible through a fusion of summoning magic and ethereal chemical technology, says Prin. But while Master Sorry was the last of the great summoners of Aleg, you are not more than an elaborate imitation, and you are no match for the summoner who now stands before you. No, Prin's got my back. Very good, but your conjecture has missed the mark. What I am is a defense mechanism that is capable of enhancement in order to combat ever greater threats. Shall I phrase this in simple terms? In the event that I encounter a presence with greater potential than Sorry, I am compelled to harness that potential through main force and compose its ether into a new guardian entity. Uh-oh. My mouth is a little bit agape. You mean to kill Mercy and make an Edgy of the Warrior of Light? Says Wolf. Have we reached an understanding? A peaceable conclusion to this encounter was never forthcoming. His reasoning is broken down. Your deeds have saved countless lives and will continue to do so. How can one justify killing you, mistress, when you embody the very principles for which summoning magic was invented? Says Prin. Amitra, any luck finding that summoner? He's looking a tiny bit worried now. She's got the glasses up to her face. I've just finished tracing the threads. The camouflage is impressive, but I am still shocked that we missed something of that size. Our true enemy is up there. And she shoots her stone around the sorry thingy. And there is a big floating node orb thing. How observant of you. You have uncovered Master Summoner Sorry's greatest masterpiece, an artificially sentient evocation matrix. And down floats a red-clad version of Sorry, now called Second Sorry. The complexity of my design simply cannot be compared to the primitive principles used in Principia's construction. That's a lot of P's. Oh no, another one. Yellow-clad. Third, sorry. Your defeat is inevitable. Big node. Big sphere node thing. I have an accompaniment node minion that looks a lot like it. Very obviously smaller and purple. And tough talk for an aging machine whose logic channels have obviously rusted with disuse. Mistress, might you and your companions dispose of this unsightly and unseemly amalgamation of refuse? Says Prin, turning to me. Giving me a pep talk, I guess. The three Sorries take out their books. We take out our weapons. The node hovers behind them. This feels like a Final Fantasy X kind of battle for some reason. Like the Magus sisters or something. Fight is on. Should I go multi-target? Wait, why can't I do... Oh, no, I don't have Carby. Shit. Oops. Oh, wait, what am I targeting? Oh, the node isn't... God damn it. The node is invulnerable and I was using my shit on it. So stupid. Oop. No. Still invulnerable? Nope. Taking damage now. Oops. Still very much outgear this, so it shouldn't be hard, but... If these guys are saying anything during this fight, I'm not seeing it. I don't have the chat box open for it. Because the chat box also picks up free company stuff, and I don't want to put their stuff on blast, you know. Can I do multi on you? Are you guys close enough to get multi? Nope. Lame. So they summoned, after the 3 Saris were defeated, they summoned 6 more. The node did. And now, after those 6 were defeated, I got 2 more? Oh, and a Bahamut kind of looking thing? Like a dragon... no, Sphinx. Like a Sphinx thing. God, I'm gonna get away from everybody. I don't want to hit everybody with that. My bad. There's like a landmine. Why are you... I was gonna say, why are you invulnerable? I just cleared your thing. Another summon coming our way. Dropped another mine away from the group. Ooh, this big Hydra? Yeah, it does multiple heads. Are you... There we go. Had to wait for the break to happen. To not be invulnerable for a second. Oops. Yay, he wasn't invulnerable for one of my Bahamut thingies. Are you invulnerable again? You're not? Okay, cool. Let's take you out. Go Titan, go. Boom. We did it, Mercy. We won. I never doubted you, mistress. May I suggest we now exit this unpleasant place? Here's a Mitra to continue. We're back outside. Cutscene. A stunning victory, Mercy. We've won the day, but Captain Wolf wished to stay behind and conduct a thorough search. I told him it was still too dangerous to wander around alone, but the captain is a stubborn man. Not to worry, though. If aught should happen, we'll soon charge off to fight at his side, says Crispin. Captain Wolf will call out if he needs us. Aye, we should be celebrating here. Does this not mean Prin's seal is now broken? Says Denise. Mistress's success is indeed something to be celebrated. I was not crafted to experience emotion, but I do feel a certain rustle of satisfaction in my pages. Once you've mastered them high and mighty techniques, you'll be stronger than ever. Well, I think I'd rather learn by your example anyway, instead of from musty scrolls written by some long-dead Allagan summoner, says Jaja. It is in the hopes of achieving just such an outcome that I awoke from my slumber. The art of summoning is for the living, as my creator was once so fond of declaring. Mercy, Prin, let us say our farewells for the moment. Thank you for your aid, everyone. We could not have done this without you. Crispin bows. Denise gives like a little fist pump. And Jaja gives a kind of like a thumb pointing at his chest. And then they all wave and bow, and Emitra and Prin leave the scene. It goes black. Back to Gridania we go. Let's see what he has to say, actually. Crispin. We will wait here for the captain. As much as I would have liked to assist in the main battle, I am proud that we contributed to your success. Denise. So a machine was using machines to summon Edgy. Can you even call that magic anymore? Or is it just another form of technology? And Jaja. Don't get lazy with your summoning now. The next time we meet, I mean to be your equal in the art. And then, can I find... He's probably in an instance-ish thing? Okay. Oh, wait. Nope, that's just them again. Alright, whatever. Back to Gridania. Back to Gridania, yeah. And for possibly the last time, we sprint around these pathways in order to find Amitra by the Apkalu Falls and say goodbye to the Summoner questline. Here's Dancing Wolf as well for the turn-in cutscene. Welcome back, Mercy. You were only meant to face 3 challenges, and we ended up chasing your prize into the heavens themselves. An unexpected development which you handled with exceptional grace, mistress, and now, at long last, I can finally bequeath to you the highest secrets of summoning. Pray step forward. A little glow around us. I give a fist in palm. Cheers from Wolf and Amitra. I thank Prin. What a momentous occasion! The wisdom of the last of Aleg's master summoners is yours. Ere you depart to explore your newfound powers, however, Captain Wolf has a report for us. It should explain much of what occurred on Azys Law. Aye, well, I wanted to be sure that machine was truly undone, and after poking around inside it, I discovered a number of soul crystals. According to Prince Apia, they belong to Sari's disciples. The captain also unearthed a tombstone containing undoctored records of that age. It would seem that following the murder of his students, Sari became increasingly bitter. He began to doubt that the future could be safely entrusted to the capricious whims of mortals. Instead, he explored other methods by which new generations might be safeguarded from the threat of primals and committed himself to etherochemical research. As you may have surmised, the evocation matrix was the end result of Master Sari's toil. Drawing on its embedded soul crystals and unrivaled computational power, this terrible invention was capable of manifesting a veritable host of ethereal avatars. Once he was satisfied with his work, Sari commanded the machine to act as civilization's mightiest guardian, and then he killed himself. His ethereal essence was absorbed, and a formidable Edgy was added to his invention's arsenal. So now you know the truth of it. What a price to pay to ensure that the art of summoning survived unto the morrow. After failing to protect his disciples, I wonder if he meant to preserve their soul crystals in their stead. Even if that were his intention, he chose the wrong way to achieve it. She nods. Prin here is the embodiment of the hopeful ideals of Sari's younger self. The murderous machine of his latter years is the product of frustration and anger and grief. You get a little bit of zoom out with the waters. Ah, but what shall we do with the crystals? We cannot risk them falling into the hands of another villain like Tristan. We think on it. If you wish, I could swallow the crystals and hold them safe until another era has need of them. My enchantments would ensure that they pass only into the hands of the worthy. Swallow? You mean to eat them? Fear not, Captain. I have no digestive tract of which to speak. And now that I have instructed Mistress in the wisdom of Aleg, this task shall be the last I perform ere I return to slumber. Wait, so this is farewell? Correct, or mayhap more appropriately, good night. As a familiar, I was not enspelled to experience loneliness. I was, however, written with the knowledge that it is best not to draw out a parting of ways with needless sentimentality. No tears for you then, eh, Prin? Summoning magic was created to combat the threat of the primals. The ideal world is one in which I need never again awaken. Wield the art well, mistress. I nod to him. And he's a book. Amitra kneels. Cutscene goes black. It is a bit sad. Off to dreamland, just like that, I suppose. Just like that. I suppose Prin's purpose is served, and that's the same as happiness to a familiar. Speaking of serving one's purpose, I think it's time I took my leave. Aye, the tasks of the morrow beckon to us all. Let us do what we may, so that Prin might rest peacefully for many years to come. She's got a book open, looking at it, not even looking at him as he waves goodbye. I can't tell if the book is Prim or not. It's the same color. I don't know. 216,000 experience points, 3,200 gil, a channeler's attire coffer, item level 290, so like level 70 stuff. We learn Summon Bahamut, which is a replacement for the Dreadworm Trance, I think it was called, which was a replacement for Ethero Charge? No, it's something bigger than that, some bigger word than that. Anyway, yeah, Bahamut will just kind of be out for 15 seconds every minute while I do the instant cast version of Ruin or the AoE whatever. You have conquered the Principia's challenge something. And this concludes Stormblood's questline. It keeps saying, oh hey, you get your next quests, you know, blah blah, but nope, they just decided not to do any more quest lines for like level 70. This is level 80, as I've kind of been saying. It's just a quest. It doesn't have any plus quest stuff to it. The trance gauge. Okay, Enkindle Bahamut. Orders damage. Okay. Deals unanswered damage. Oh yeah, God, I forgot about that. 1300 damage. Crazy. So I think we get... Oh, I don't have to be in combat for this? That's cool. Really? No, I have to have a target though, so yeah. Just like Ether Charge. Oh, that was close. Ether Charge. Yeah, just like that, it has to have a target, but Ether Charge used to require you being in combat. This is lit up, which makes me think I don't have to be in combat. But, yeah. So what was the other thing that was 20? Okay, so Astral Flow, we're going to get... Like, we get 2 nukes, basically, every minute. So, really good for, like, if your party is doing a boss. At the start of every fight, there tends to be a, like, what I have, Searing Light for a group-wide buff. And freaking Bahamut and Enkindle Bahamut and I think it's like Impulse something. What's it called? Death Flare. Not close, but Death Flare. All go in that window pretty well. Probably, you might get... it's a 20-second buff, so you might actually get a Summon Ifrit out of it too. Or whichever of the 3 you want to use for whatever purpose. And obviously you also get Energy Drain and the uses of like Fester and Ruin. Although if you get a Ruin off, it's not as much damage, and it takes a global cooldown as like Summon Ifrit or Titan or Garuda. So probably gonna save Ruin for after the buff wears off, but which is fine because as long as you click Energy Drain and Summon Bahamut kind of together, they'll still like hit their refreshed cooldowns together. So, for the last time, for now at least, Carbuncle, myself, the Taoist Moogle, and Amitra, thank you for watching the Summoner storyline. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you for whatever of mine you watch next. Bye bye. Thank you.